Okay, so I've been gone for a couple days, and a lot of things basically happened. Where do we start? We start with my Bulls losing. Bulls lost against the Heat, cool. But first off, we made it again. First off, we made it against the Heat by beating the Raptors, which is pretty cool. And shout out to DR, you are the goat for that game. We did miss you on, we did miss you on the Heat. They definitely needed to lose some free throws, especially with Jimmy Butler. But quick thoughts on that. Bulls, I think we just need to get rid of some players, obviously. But because that last 2 minutes were just crazy. And like I said, Zach just needs to keep his head down and go straight to the basket. No DeMar just pulling up and hitting mid range, because obviously that did not work at all. It never works in the playoffs. So yeah, enough said about that. This is literally day one of playoffs, so I'm gonna get into that later. But before I get into that, I mean, congrats to the Heat, even though you guys kind of took forever to get into the playoffs, but I still don't think you guys are gonna beat the Bucks. Sorry. Western Conference real quick, or I guess hold on, let me go talk about Hawks. Even though Hawks, I still think you're getting beaten, but I mean, kind of crazy that you beat the Heat. Good job on that, I guess. Western Conference, Lakers made it, cool. Timberwolves made it, cool. I mean, it was just more because I mean, I'm more surprised because the Pelicans didn't make it, and Zion was nowhere left, or was nowhere to be found, basically. So, I think Pelicans just gotta get their stuff situated. They're still fine. I mean, they have Zion, they're still fine. Sign them to a max deal. This offseason, I think, is just more to focus on the team and to figure out how to put Zion in a situation where he's not missing that many games. So, yeah, I think they're fine. They still got they still got Dyson Daniels and all the young players, so it's cool. Thunder, they've had a crazy run playoff or play-in run, so that was kind of cool to see for them. Shea was killing it, and like I said before, they're just missing that big man in the post, and like I said before, it's just because they're missing Chet. Once they get Chet back, I think they'll be fine. Jalen Williams, Josh Giddey, Shea all killed it in the first game. Second game, just that big man was missed, and Cat and Gobert were just getting lobs thrown to them. So, I think, yeah, the Wolves are definitely going to miss Jaden McDaniels this season or the rest of the playoffs, especially against the Nuggets, which I will try to see one of the games. Hopefully it goes to a game 5, because that's the only day I can probably see them. So yeah, that's all I gotta say about that team. And I mean, Lakers, congrats. I feel like you guys can make a deep playoff run, especially since you're going up against the Grizzlies. However, second round's gonna be even tougher, because either way you're going against the Suns or the Clippers. Or is that right? No, that's not right. Sorry. Either way, or maybe actually it is a deep playoff run, maybe, because you're either going against the Warriors or the Kings. Let me see real quick. If I totally messed this up. Yeah, my bad. They're going against the Warriors and the Kings, and I still think you could win that. I mean, I'll get in that later on, but the Kings are still pretty competitive. Warriors are former champions. Yeah. But yeah, actually the Nuggets have a harder way to get into the playoffs, especially with the Suns and the Clippers right there. Oof. But yeah, playoffs. Today was playoffs. First game I didn't get to see much of. Sixers just took care of business against the Nets. I know the Nets were kind of there with them, but I know that second half. I think that second half just really kind of killed them. Yeah, second half I think was just the determining factor. Second game was Boston versus Hawks. I mean, this is probably gonna be a gentleman's sweep at best, or at worst. So, Celtics are definitely gonna just take them out, and hopefully they don't play with their food. Yeah, this Cavs and Knicks game was actually really crazy, especially I didn't get to see much of it because I was doing some other stuff, but I did get to see a little bit at the end. Crazy down the stretch. I mean, Julius Randle was kind of just killing it. RJ, or not really. Sorry, my bad. But I mean, yeah, Julius Randle was kind of killing it. 19 and 10. Jalen Brunson, man, like everyone keeps saying it, and I know, but like the Mavericks have got to be kicking themselves for not keeping him this offseason. He's basically an all-star. Like, he's all-star, almost all NBA player. And if they just kept him with Luka and kind of retooled after that, I mean, would have been better, but hey, stuck where they're at. They know that too, and I think they should just move on from there. So, and then yeah, I did see from Kenny that he didn't believe Tom actually coached this time because he played almost all the players with 20 minutes. Like, Josh Hart got 32 off the bench. That's crazy. He got 32 minutes off the bench, and then the only person that really didn't get minutes off the bench was Obi Toppin, which, I mean, it's kind of understandable. And quickly, he got 20 minutes, even though he scored 3 points. That's not that great. Yeah, hey, I think you do have to play these young players though to get some experience. So, but the 2 that I did see that were just kind of messed up in this series is Jared Allen and Evan Mobley, and I think it is just inexperience from both these players. I think Jared Allen played in the playoffs with the Brooklyn Nets. I don't think, maybe. I totally forgot, but yeah, I think Evan Mobley's just still inexperienced. He's a sophomore, just still trying to figure things out. I think he will throughout the series, and this is what we've said about the Cavs this whole time, this whole season. They're a great team overall, but I think next year is probably more of a championship contender just because of the inexperience, even though you do have Donovan Mitchell, who's been great in the playoffs. So, and then Darius Garland, this is his first time in the playoffs, and he did really great this time too. But I also think it's just the bench that's just gonna really kill this team. I mean, Cedi Osman and Karis LeVert came off the bench for almost 20 minutes together, and that was it. Other than that, I mean, like people have said, who are you gonna really play? Danny Green? Yeah. So, I mean, you just gotta pray. You gotta hope for Isaac Okoro or one of these forwards to just kind of pick it up. So, yeah, that was still a good game. From what I saw, I'll have to kind of rewatch some of the highlights and then go back into some of the game moments too. But Warriors versus Kings. This is the one that I mostly saw. It was a tough match. Tough match for the Warriors. I mean, Kings, I've been saying this about the Kings for almost the whole time. Just, I know the Warriors are a great playoff team. I know they're the former champions, but they're not great on the road this year, obviously. That's not what I've been saying, but what I've been saying is just the Kings are one of the clutchest teams in the NBA right now, and especially with DeMontis and De'Aaron. Like, these two players will, and Malik Monk. Shout out to Malik Monk this game. But yeah, this team in general just has been great down the stretch, and it showed tonight especially. Even though some of the Warriors just missed their shots, but still, the Warriors missed their shots. Kings kept coming back up. So great to see from the Kings to just stay into it, and you gotta love the fans from this. Like I said, this is the only team I've seen where they shout a rookie's name like that, and God, the fan and the arena was just so crazy. I was just saying, man, like, one of these fans is probably crying tonight. One of these Kings fans is crying because of the situation that they're in. which is so crazy to me. But hey, congrats, Kings fans. You made it. You lighted the beam. You won. You won against the Warriors, the former champs. That's even crazier. But I mean, yeah. Not much to say other than that. But the Warriors, I mean, they still did pretty good. Obviously, the Warriors still. Draymond had a stat line of like basically 5, 11, and 7 or 8 with 5, 11 assists and 8 rebounds or whatever. Kevon Looney, I saw, was just basically torturing Sabonis. not torturing, but he was just holding his own against Sabonis. I'll say that. He's just doing really well. I saw they were kind of running. I saw the Kings were kind of running some off-play screens for Kevin Huerter and Malik Monk and De'Aaron Fox, doing those plays that Warriors play on the other teams. So it's kind of funny to see that played against the Warriors. But again, the Warriors, I think, just are trying to find that consistency, especially since Andrew Wiggins came back, and they've only had Gary Payton since the trade deadline. But Andrew Wiggins, he just came back and played like his usual self. So if he keeps doing that, I think the Warriors should be fine. It's just hard to say with these two teams. The only thing is, I feel like it'll go to Game 7, to be honest. Just because the Warriors are like the Kings specifically are just great down the clutch, and I think Kings might win Game 7 because the Warriors are such a bad away team, or basically a bad away team, that especially with the crowd from Sacramento, like how it's been, if they keep and I know the Warriors home advantage is kind of crazy too, because those Warriors fans are crazy, but they've just been, for me, the Warriors have just been inconsistent with the off-road stuff. So I might see a Game 7 where the Kings win. This is gonna be a tough battle, honestly. So yeah, if Andrew Wiggins is himself and Jordan Poole just needs to score, Gary Payton, I don't even know if you can expect much from Gary Payton other than defense, but we'll see. And great first games today. Tomorrow is going to be obviously another packed series, or packed. The most exciting game I'm going to be looking for tomorrow is probably the Clippers versus the Suns, because that will basically tell me who might come out of the West eventually. And also, even though the people do expect Nuggets, so, but I don't know, I see more the Clippers or the Suns winning, so I'm more paying attention to that series out of anything out of the West. So yeah, just tell me how you guys felt about the whole playoff situation, and hope you guys had a great night just as me. So leave a like, subscribe, do all that stuff. See y'all next time.